Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of the Maroon Maniacs. We have a ton of stuff to talk to you about tonight since we last left you last week. We hope our audio is better because we're back on our computers. I am one half of this show, followed by my other half over here, Derek Thomas. How you doing tonight?
What's going on, Bulldog fans? Man, yeah, we got a lot to talk about. A lot going on since we defeated Ole Miss in the piss and miss game. Man, football season is about to be over. We full steam ahead for Saturday and basketball. Oh, man, it's been a rough season for us, Stubbs. But we made it.
Yeah, we did. We're going bowling.
Steve Reich. Steve Reich. And we're going to be playing a familiar opponent in the Louisville Cardinals, a team who we've beaten up quite a bit in a couple of sports, in football and basketball, men's and women. And now we get a chance to play them again in football. I think the last time we played the Cardinal in football, Kylin Thompson was the starting quarterback, and he led us to a victory, outdueling the potential NFL MVP, Lamar Jackson, in a win for our Bulldogs. And how have things changed since the last time we played Louisville in football? You know, Kylin in the transfer portal. So man, that's something else to talk about. But this bowl game, the Franklin American Mortgage Music City Bowl, is a game I don't think we've played in the Music City Bowl in a while. So, but hey, it's good to be going bowling for the 10th straight year. I'm happy. I know you're happy. I'm pretty sure the Bulldog fans are happy that we were able to get to a bowl. And we're able to get that bowl eligible win against our hated rival, the Ole Miss Rebels. But what do you think about the Music City Bowl in Nashville? Nashville is a nice place to go. Plenty to do. So the Bulldog fans should enjoy themselves on the trip to Nashville.
You know, I'm looking forward to this, and I always say that Nashville is one of my favorite bowls, or the Music City Bowl is one of my favorite bowls because why? I am 2 hours away from this bowl. It's a jump, hop, skip, jump away. Oh, I'm pretty sure waiting on tickets from the girlfriend. She is working her magic, and we'll drive down that day, watch the game, and then probably head back. Just no reason to stay when you're just 2 hours away. So I am looking forward to it. It's been, I don't even know how many years it's been. 2011, I think.
Right.
Has it been that long since we went to the Music City Bowl? I know we played Wake Forest.
I have it. Vic Batter rushed for 180 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a 23-17 win over Wake Forest. Man, Kylin Hill could have the same impact in his swan song for the Bulldogs. But man, I'm just glad that we were able to salvage the season because it was looking kind of ugly for a while. With our season kind of going down the drain, but a bowl cures all. Joe Mostand, like we talked about last week, he's gonna get another year extended to his contract. But the only thing that I don't like about us going to the Nashville Music City Bowl is can't bring the cowbells. What is a Mississippi State bowl game without the ringing of a cowbell? That sucks.
It doesn't make too much sense, and it was all because of NFL rules. Like, you're in an NFL stadium. You're hosting a college football game.
Here's what we can do, though. Here's what we can do. We want to ring. It's not the same. There is a cowbell app, I think, right?
Actually, I have it. I haven't used it.
Put your phones on max volume and ring the cowbell app. Here is what I used to do when I was working at the hospital. When the hospital was open, I had a Mississippi State cowbell app, and I would walk around the hospital ringing my cowbell on my phone. So it worked just as good. Not as loud, not as obnoxious as a real bell, but it's still a cowbell. So, hey, we're going to have to use it technologically enhanced cowbells on cell phones since we can't bring the real deal into the stadium. Hey, it's going to hurt their game atmosphere because, hey, the cowbells add a lot to the game atmosphere. It's not just a home field advantage or a sound advantage for our Bulldogs. It enhances the atmosphere everywhere you go because need more cowbell. So, as I stated earlier, we talked about Vic Ballard's performance in the last Music City Bowl. We all know Cam Dantzler declared for the NFL draft, so we're going to have a hole to fill in the secondary. But our leading rusher, and hopefully career leading rushing leader for a season, Kylin Hill has declared for the draft. What do you think about Kylin Hill declaring, Stubbs?
To me, it's like I said, going through the season, it was going to be a given that he was going to go.
Right.
With a breakout season, when you lead the SEC in rushing on this team with this line, these receivers,
no passing attack,
and the quarterback issues we have with this team, that says volumes right there. Some people, it's funny when you sit on these message boards and people get angry and they tell you he needs another year and he doesn't put education first and he needs to come back another year and get his degree. Folks, a lot of times these 4-star recruits come here, unfortunately, to better themselves in sports, not education. I hate to say that to you, but I'll let facts lie where they need to lie. It's football first, education second for some people. You can always come back and get your degree, and that's what a couple of us were talking about the other day, Reggie Evans and I. Cam Dantzler left, and when you leave, you can still come back and finish your degree. You might be a junior. Some people might take summer classes just to finish their degree. I'm glad he's playing in the bowl game.
Yeah, he is playing in the bowl game. Cam Dantzler isn't, though, I don't think.
Correct. He's out. But he battled through injuries at the end of the season.
Right.
And I don't blame him for sitting out. I mean, he right now is a second round pick, and we'll get into that later on in our draft mocks and stuff like that. But Kylin Hill, with you being a running back, your body only takes so many hits. You're out of the NFL. The average NFL running back lasts, I think, 2.5 years, and that's the average. Now, most of them were shutting down before age 30 or before 30. So if you make it that long and you're still pumping at 30 and you're Frank Gore, then more power to you. But I think he needs to chase the money and chase the money now. I'm waiting to see where his draft stock falls. I know that he's going to be a day 2 guy just because running backs aren't valued as much.
Right,
as
there's a lot of running backs. There's a lot of underclassmen coming out this year. You got Jonathan Taylor, Chuba Hubbard. Travis Etienne, a lot of running backs coming out. But, hey, I think Kylin Hill is just as good as those running backs. Hey, look, like you said, he led the SEC in rushing, and he had 4 games where, he was literally stopped at the line with nowhere to run, as teams gained up to stop Kylin, So just imagine how we've been able to have a balanced offensive attack. What he could have done this season in those 4 games where, his performance wasn't up to his standards, I'm pretty sure. So, man, the young man has done a fantastic job as a running back for Mississippi State. Like I tweeted to him saying, hurdle after hurdle. That's his move, man. Jumping over defenders and taking off for a big game and gain and just. I love the way that young man plays football. He plays with a lot of passion. He plays with a lot of heart. And you can tell that he loves to play the game of football, Stubbs.
Yes, most definitely. He comes into this last game, 1,347 yards. He needs 45 yards to reach Anthony Dixon's career rushing record. in a season at 1391, and that was done in 2009. Like you said, you stick Kylin Hill on Alabama or Georgia, LSU, no offense to the other guys that are studs on those teams, but he's an 1,800, 2,000-yard running back going for the Heisman. A lot of the games that he got shut down in, one, they either stacked the box or we were getting blown out of the water. And I hate to tell you this, but you can't run when you're down 30-7. You got to pass.
Right.
So
exactly.
So hats off to him. I think we both agree that we want to see him in the Chiefs uniform next year.
Oh man, yeah, we need a feature running back too. You know, with that guy doing what he did. He's playing with the Browns now. Right now, we've been going with a committee. You know, LaShawn McCoy, the Williams brothers, Spencer Ware even made a return back to the Chiefs. So we definitely need a dynamic running back like Kylin Hill. We know what Andy Reid can do when he has a running back that can catch the ball out of the backfield and that can turn the corner when they get the edge. So I'm hoping Kylin Hill goes to the Chiefs, but that would just be too much like right because the Chiefs do have a lot of Mississippi State players on their team. So, hey, you know, guess we'll see.
Come on down, Kylin.
Yes, indeed. So up next.
Yep, next we'll talk signing day. I'll let you dive into that one a little bit.
Give me just a second. Let me pull that up.
That's one of your babies. I've been following closely on Twitter. We got National Signing Day less than a week away.
Right, so we're going to talk about some of the prospects that we have signed, that we just have signed early on signing day because we need them and we need them to sign with us to bolster our team. You know, first and foremost, look at this up, the running back position. Right now with Kylin leaving, right now that only leaves us with two scholarship running backs, Lee Witherspoon and who? I'm still not going to say his name. Who? That's who he is. Who? And if you need to know who is, go listen to last week's podcast. You know, the running back who will not be named. Who? So right now, we have two 4-star running backs committed. That's Jaquavius and Marks out of Carver, Atlanta, Georgia, and Dylan Johnson out of Greenville, St. Joseph. I want both of those to commit on sign on early signing day. We need to get them in as soon as possible. We need them to graduate early because they're going to have to play because right now we got who and Lee Witherspoon. Yes, we do have some walk-ons, but you want to get your scholarship running backs, especially with them being true freshmen, especially with them being highly rated and talented as they are. We need to get them in because we're going to need all the horses we can get to get this offense fueled. Who is a early enrollee that you would like to see sign on the early signing day for State?
You know, our key spots right now are running backs and wide receivers, I think. We've got to get some people that can catch the ball. We got to need the people that can run some routes and understand this JOMO offense. And we have to have running backs. Like you said, we got two scholarship players. I know Marks has come on Twitter and all his social media accounts and said he's shutting down the recruiting and he's basically a bulldog. So he's my number one because, like I said, we need help. And a lot of these guys are unproven. And I know I got into a Facebook battle today about our running back situation. And like I said, with Lee, you know, he played a few games this year. He looked great, but he's a smaller back. We can't give him 20, 30 carries.